Ladies and gentlemen, scholars and seekers of knowledge, prepare yourselves for a remarkable journey into the realm of the Eldari Harlequins. As an Imperial historiator, I've had the privilege of delving into the records of countless Xeno species, each with their own intricate cultures and histories. Yet among these, the Harlequins emerge as a unique mystery, a living testament to the enduring questions that inhabit the cosmos. The Eldari, once masters of a magnificent empire that spanned the galaxy, found themselves teetering on the edge of oblivion due to their arrogance and decadence. Their catastrophic descent, an event etched into the annals as the fall of the Eldari, gave rise to the greedy and evil chaos, god known as Slanesh. This upheaval sent ripples through the warp, forever altering the galaxy's fate. In the aftermath of this heart-wrenching catastrophe, the surviving Eldari fragmented, their once mighty empire reduced to isolated pockets of existence. Some embarked on a unique path, a way of masks, shadows, artistry, and warfare, an approach that would mark their identity as the Harlequins, in service to a god. The Harlequins are the custodians of forbidden lore, the Black Library Sentinels, and the Laughing God's devout followers, Kegarak. They exist on the periphery of conventional Eldari society, intertwining their performances with the very essence of their being. Their legends are exchanged in awed tones across the Imperium, inspiring reverence and trepidation. We shall embark on a quest to unravel the layers of mystery veiling the Harlequins. We shall traverse their origins, delve into the symbolism that defines their existence, and strive to fathom the intricate dance of life and death, constituting their eternal performance. It is a journey that will lead us through the convoluted webway, into the heart of their masks, and into the very essence of what it means to be a Harlequin. Welcome, dear friends, to the enigmatic world of the Eldari Harlequins. To grasp the Harlequins, one must dive into a fundamental query. Who, or perhaps what, are these enigmatic entities, seemingly defying conventional categorization within Eldari society? The answer might appear as elusive as a wisp to the uninitiated, for the Harlequins are a paradox. The Harlequins embraced a different muse that wore the mask of performers, danced the dance of artistry, and wielded the weapons of war, a mesmerizing fusion of these three. At the heart of Harlequin's identity lies a concept of transformation as profound as the shifting tides of fate. When an Eldari opts to tread the path of the Harlequin, they shed their previous life like a serpent casting off its skin. Friends, family, and former allegiances fade into the background as the individual merges into a troop, a collective entity bound not by commands, but by shared purpose and unwavering devotion to the Laughing God, Kegarak. Within a troop, each Harlequin adopts a new persona, a role that molds their actions, motives, and even the very substance of their being. These roles are steeped in Eldari mythology and symbolism, often mirroring ancient tales and legends. Some embrace the mantle of heroic protagonists in these mythic narratives, embodying the light and personifying ideals of courage and bravery. Others willingly step into the darker roles, representing the sinister antagonists that challenge the heroes and symbolize the relentless forces of darkness and decay. And then some navigate the intricate dance of twilight, representing the ever-shifting nature of existence itself. You may now ponder how these transformations come to pass, and what compels an Eldari to embrace the Harlequin's path. The truth is veiled in a profound mystery. Whispers speak of masked figures, materializing in bustling throngs, beckoning chosen individuals into the shadows, where they undergo a metamorphosis that transcends the realms of both the physical and the spiritual. Others vanish from the chambers of their former lives, leaving behind naught but their spirit stones as cryptic tokens of their existence. Crucially, these transformations are chosen willingly, for to become a Harlequin is to embark upon a journey of profound sacrifice and unwavering dedication. Yet, as they leave behind the trappings of their old lives, these individuals gain something equally profound. This identity is simultaneously personal and collective, a mask that functions as a shield and sword. To the untrained eye, the Harlequins manifest as an explosion of colors, each performer a unique and vibrant entity. Yet to those who have delved into the depths of culture, every Harlequin bears the indelible mark of their troop affiliation. Whether light, dark, or twilight, each troop is distinguished by a specific rune badge, symbolizing their unwavering commitment and role in the mask's intricate performances. The odyssey of a Harlequin is one of transformation, of becoming something more significant than an individual, a performer in the grandest sense, a player in the eternal mask of life, death, and rebirth. A mix of respect, reverence, and caution characterizes their relationship with other factions of the Eldari. The craftworlders, those stoic souls adrift on their arcs, looked upon the Harlequins with a kind of haunted reverence, like watching ghosts, bearing tales of times gone by, whispering lessons through their ethereal dances. In the depths of the dark city, the Drukhari, with their malicious smiles and eyes hungry for torment, watched the Harlequins. Even in their depraved hearts, a flicker of something like respect, or perhaps envy, glimmers. The Harlequins, with their bravado, waltz into the very heart of darkness and performed tales even the Drukhari couldn't ignore. The Exodites, living on the fringes of their wild worlds, received the Harlequins as emissaries from a dream. These performers connected them to a larger tapestry of tales, ensuring that while they may live apart, they were never truly alone. All of the Eldari received them with something close to reverence and fear, for when the Harlequins come, tidings usually follow. We've probed the depths of this metamorphosis, a shedding of old identities and allegiances, and the assumption of ritual character names that define their very existence within the troupe. Each character is a piece in a grand narrative, a mythic play made flesh. Central to the tapestry of Harlequin society lies the mask, a term that encapsulates both a formidable army and a troupe of dramatic players. These masks coalesce as a collective of kindred spirits, each donning a specific character within the sprawling narrative of the Eldari myth. While devoid of formal hierarchies, a mask thrives on the foundation of mutual understanding and shared respect among its members. This distinctive structure is a relic of ancient times when Kegarak's disciples were the foremost theatrical performers. Across epochs, it has evolved, melding artistry and warfare into a seamless dance. This organization epitomizes Eldari synergy, enabling Harlequins to act in eerie synchrony, surpassing the precision of most conventional armies. However, the true marvel of the Harlequins is their near-prescient efficiency in battle. Within the crucible of conflict, a mask is not an amalgamation of individuals, but a single, exquisitely coordinated entity. Without the need for explicit directives, each Harlequin comprehends their role and those of their comrades. They intuit when to bolster, strike, and disengage, a symphony of flawless precision. This uncanny acumen is founded upon the play, a strategic battle plan infused with allegorical significance, drawn from the rich tableau of Eldari mythology. These plays parallel the Harlequins' mythic histories and serve as the guiding tenets of their battlefield tactics. Each sheath is a meticulously crafted strategy, chosen according to factors that range from the nature of their adversaries to the quality of light gracing the battleground. As an exemplar, the light troops, embodiments of swift action, heroism, and the day, may employ plays that emphasize audacious charges and heroic exploits. On the opposite end of the spectrum, dark troops, emblematic of villainy and the night, might opt for merciless and vindictive strategies, exploiting the fear and chaos that shrouds their foes. The twilight troops, ever the enigmatic enigmas, select plays mirroring their transient essence, akin to the shifting labyrinth of the webway. Their actions may seem capricious and unpredictable until their true genius unfolds on the battlefield. To the untrained eye, the arrival of a Harlequin mask upon the battlefield might seem like a tumultuous whirlwind of sound, color, and violence. Yet, to the discerning senses of the Aeldari, it is a masterpiece of harmonious coordination, a dance of death that unfurls with breathtaking precision. Every maneuver, every step is an embodiment of their mythic plays, a tribute to the ancient narratives that define their culture. While the Harlequins adhere to a venerable structure forged in antiquity, each mask boasts a unique identity, extending their performances seamlessly into the crucible of combat. These identities fortify the masks, aligning their actions with the symbolism and mythology that animate their respective troops. For instance, the Mask of the Leaping Stars heralds its presence with a mesmerizing kaleidoscope, echoing the vibrancy of their performances. In contrast, the Morning Mist advances in ghostly silence, an ominous presence akin to the shadow of Ennead from Eldari lore. They are more than warriors, storytellers, mythic custodians, and living embodiments of Eldari culture. Their performances are not trifling amusements. They are sacred rites that bind them to an ancient legacy, reinforcing their unity and sense of purpose in a galaxy teetering upon the precipice of chaos. As we've unraveled the harrowing tale of the Eldari's fall, we've come face to face with the nightmarish birth of Slaanesh, an eldritch god conjured from the very excesses and vices of the Eldari themselves. This new deity's ravenous appetite threatened to devour every Eldari soul, reducing their once mighty civilization to a mere fragment of its former glory. In this dire maelstrom, one elusive faction is privy to the secrets that shield them from this gruesome fate, the Harlequins. Their protection isn't forged from the cold steel of technology or the blazing fires of psychic might, but rather from an unwavering devotion to the enigmatic laughing god. Kegarak, it is said, possesses the singular knowledge of every convoluted pathway threading through the webway, that labyrinthine dimension webbing its way across the galaxy. This intimate understanding permits the Harlequins to traverse the webway with impunity, materializing and vanishing at will. Yet it is not just the mastery of this realm that bequeaths them security. It is their spiritual communion with this mysterious deity. The Laughing God stands apart from the Aeldari pantheons, fallen and devoured gods during the fall. His survival remains ensconced in the shadows. Legend whispers of his flight into the inner recesses of the webway, his form cloaked in a myriad of disguises. From this clandestine haven, he taunts and derides she who thirsts. The Harlequins fervently believe that Kegarak watches over them from behind the shroud of the webway, orchestrating their actions and safeguarding their souls. They are the sole Eldari who can claim such a tether to a surviving deity, setting them apart from their fragmented brethren. But you may query, how does this safeguard them from Slaanesh's inexorable grasp? The answer, dear reader, lies within their performances, their masks, and their unyielding devotion to Kegarak. This conviction is deeply ingrained in their culture, an understanding that each step, every dance, and every battle maneuver is a homage to their laughing god. When a Harlequin takes the stage, they do so with the certainty that their performance is not mere entertainment. It is a tribute to Kegarak, a rekindling of the Eldari's glorious past, and a bold act of defiance against the looming darkness. Their artistry is their sanctuary, and Kegarak their patron. You see, the Harlequins have unearthed a profound truth. By inhabiting the roles of their mythic plays, by reincarnating the ancient stories of their people, they construct an impenetrable bulwark against Slaanesh's insatiable hunger. It is as if their devotion to Kegarak and their fidelity to their cultural legacy erect an unyielding fortress that repels the predations of the Dark Prince. Every leap, each twirl, every pirouette is a statement of rebellion. It is a proclamation that they will not succumb to the same debaucheries that condemn their kin. Their performances, laden with symbolism and significance, wield a formidable psychic resistance, an armor that safeguards their souls from the clutches of she who thirsts. It is a testament to the profound potency of belief in the grim expanse of the far future. The Harlequins' unshaken faith in Kegarak and their unwavering dedication to their cultural heritage are their most formidable weapons, shielding them from the abyssal abyss that devours all. Of course, few play Slaanesh themselves. The Solitaire, for all their power, are the only Aeldari and the only Harlequins who resist the tug of Slaanesh on their soul while they live. When facing a Solitaire, there's a palpable dread in the air, a chill that gets into your bones when one speaks of them. The Solitaire walks a path that's not just lonely, it's damned. Every step they take, every dance they perform, is done with the grim knowledge that their soul is earmarked for she who hungers in the void. That kind of impending doom, it changes a person, makes them a tad more desperate, ferocious, and relentless. Despite that fate, they are blessed by the Laughing God. Kegarak, the great fool, the one god of the Aeldari to escape Slaanesh's consumption. Ever the sly trickster found sanctuary in the webway, that eerie in-between, where he still lingers a stranger in the dark. In the echoing vastness of this realm, it's here that the Harlequins pledge their eerie allegiance. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill warriors, nor are they mere entertainers. They are the custodians of a story, a legacy. With every fluid movement and pirouette, they paint a vivid tapestry of the Eldari's tumultuous history of empires built and shattered. Kegarak, from his hidden vantage, grants them a terrifying elegance. On the battlefield, their every motion is poetry, a dance that skirts death and deals it in equal measure. Their beautiful and eerie agility is nothing short of supernatural, a testament to the Laughing God's favor. Yet their true purpose runs deeper than flesh and bone. It's said Kegarak tasked them with guarding the Black Library, that age-old trove of secrets that, if misused, could unleash a horror upon the universe. Nestled in the heart of the webway, it's a place of forbidden knowledge, and the Harlequins, with their painted faces and silent steps, ensure its mysteries remain untouched by the vile and the wicked. Whispers of a final gambit by the Laughing God himself abound, a cosmic joke, one to rival all others, where Kegarak would outwit even Slaanesh, reclaiming the souls snatched away. What this grand jest entails is anyone's guess, shrouded in metaphors and enigmatic verses. Yet it plants a seed of hope, a beacon in the perpetual gloom, hinting at a brighter future for the beleaguered Eldari. One can only wait and watch as the tale unfolds. We unveil their history and culture, and the pulsating heart of their distinctive approach to warfare. It's a dance unlike any other, a macabre performance that unfolds on the blood-soaked stage of the battlefield. Picture yourself standing on the outskirts of a war-torn hellscape, where the symphony of death and the cacophony of combat reign supreme. Amid this pandemonium, the Harlequins step forth to execute their deadly ballet. It may resemble a chaotic frenzy to the uninitiated eye, but beneath the surface lies a meticulously choreographed masterpiece. Each Harlequin understands their role, just as an actor knows their lines. There's no chain of command. Decisions emerge collectively, steered by an unspoken comprehension of their mythic roles. The mask isn't merely an army, it's a troupe of dramatic players, and every member is a pivotal actor in this lethal drama. What truly sets the Harlequins apart is their seamless synchronization. There's no requirement for shouted commands or a formal chain of command. Every Harlequin grasps not just their role, but also the parts of their comrades. They intuitively discern who requires assistance and who can provide it. Amidst the tempest of battle, the mask operates as a unified, exquisitely coordinated entity. It's not a collection of individuals, but a singular force of devastation. Amidst the mask, one figure emerges, the Death Jester. Unlike most Harlequins, they embrace heavy armament and formidable armor. Their arsenal includes the grim Shrieker cannon, a weapon of grotesque design, designed to inflict nightmarish and harrowing demises. The Death Jesters bring a chilling sense of irony to the battlefield, seeking not just to terminate, but to find amusement in cruel and ironic acts. Unofficially, the Death Jester is so powerful that it was reported and quickly deleted. They can single-handedly slaughter dozens of the Emperor's chosen, the Custodian Guard. The Harlequins' approach to warfare is an art form, a sinister ballet where every movement is precise and every action is intent on purpose. Their performances are a fusion of chaos and precision, guided by tradition and steeped in mythology. To witness the Harlequins in battle is to behold a mesmerizing and deadly dance where the stage is set for a symphony of destruction. Officially, the Imperium has reported multiple contacts with the designation of Harlequin throughout our ages, often on the losing side of their blades. One of the earliest recorded encounters transpired in the remote world of Viridia. Here, an Imperial expeditionary force, driven by the relentless expansionist agenda of the Emperor, stumbled upon a Harlequin mask amid a performance. To the unsuspecting Imperial soldiers, it appeared as a mesmerizing display of alien culture. However, as the dance reached its zenith, it transformed into a deadly whirlwind, the Harlequins dispatching the Imperial contingent with astonishing agility. Only later, when the labyrinthine reports of the administratum were pieced together, the truth became evident. The performance had been a narrative of an ancient conflict against the forces of chaos, a forewarning tragically disregarded. On the hive world of Noctis, an Imperial governor made a startling claim. He had been visited by the elusive Shadow Seer, a psychic luminary among the Harlequins. The governor recounted visions bestowed by this enigmatic visitor, foretelling an impending chaos onslaught. His peers dismissed him as a madman, until his prophecies were vindicated when Noctis successfully repelled a sudden and devastating chaos invasion. The harbingers of doom had been the Harlequins, their cryptic guidance the saving grace. However, not every encounter between the Imperium and the Harlequins was fraught with conflict or dire omens. In the war-ravaged expanse of the Segmentum Obscurus, a Harlequin troop led by a figure known as the Laughing Veil joined forces with an Imperial unit to purge a common adversary, a space hulk infested with demons that threatened both an Eldari craft world and an Imperial sector. Side by side, Astartes and Harlequins traversed the accursed hull, the former wielding bolters and blades, the latter employing shimmering flip belts and hollow suits. Their alliance was evanescent, yet in that fleeting moment, it stood as a testament to the universal maxim that the enemy of one's enemy can be an ally. Nevertheless, caution remains the mantra for any servant of the Imperium when dealing with the Harlequins. Their motives, while occasionally converging with those of the Imperium, are drawn from a playbook so cryptic that even the most astute inquisitors grapple to decipher it. Each encounter, whether a performance on a distant world, an enigmatic premonition, or a transitory alliance, is a step in a grander dance. A dance the Harlequins have perfected over countless millennia. As we draw the curtains on our expedition into the realm of the Eldari Harlequins, it becomes abundantly clear that they occupy a singular niche in the sprawling cosmic mosaic. With their intricate performances and motivations veiled in mystery, these beings stand as living, breathing embodiments of the Eldari's profound connection to destiny, warfare, and knowledge. The Harlequins are an enigma to the Imperium, a fluctuating presence, sometimes comrades, sometimes foes, but invariably entities that demand a cautious approach. Their dual identity as entertainers and warriors conceals a depth that continues to confound many within our venerable institution. These Harlequins navigate the webway with unparalleled finesse, safeguarding secrets and narratives that predate even the birth of our revered emperor. We have dissected their artistry, combat prowess, and role as guardians of the Black Library, an archive of wisdom so profound that even the most devoted adherents of the emperor might be tempted to plunge into its abyss. However, this very repository of knowledge, and the Harlequins' unwavering resistance against the tides of chaos, particularly the abyssal Slanesh, occasionally align our courses in the intricate ballet of destiny. In drawing this discourse to a close, let us not perceive it as a mere scholarly pursuit, but rather as a poignant reminder. As dutiful servants of the Imperium, our charge is to chronicle, fathom, and navigate the complexities of such encounters. May the wisdom we've uncovered today better equip you for your future undertakings, and may your vigilance eternally remain steadfast, for in the grand theatre of the galaxy, the forthcoming act is forever poised to commence.